Touch mine.
A gamer here, and yes, for the first time in my life, I am not using the healing signet. So let's just get right down to it. I'm really excited to just talk about a different healing skill other than, you know, the healing signet. Defiant Stance. Whoo boy, here we go. Imagine you have Endure Pain, but it lasts twice as long for 4 seconds. Has the same cooldown, but for those 4 seconds, all incoming attacks heal you. Now keep the word in mind, all. The word in all in mind. All includes physical damage and condies. Now as a warrior, that solves every single one of my problems. If I have Confusion, 18 stacks. If I have Bleeding, 20 stacks. If I have Burning, 10 stacks from Guardians. Oh my god, I'm gonna be dead in seconds. Defiant Stance, I pop this off, I can stand there. Use my 100 blades on some dude. The guy can be thinking, oh my god, I've got him right. I got him by the balls. He's got 2k health. He's got nothing on me. I think he stunned him. Why is his health all the way up? Well, damn, I'm dead. Cool. So that fight's over. That's what Defiant Stance does. No one expects it either. It's a warrior. Who in the world, which warrior is going to be crazy enough to be using a skill other than the healing signet? They'll be thinking, he's got something else. But as soon as I pop this off, it's like the Rev healing skill. No one expects it. The moment you pop it off, they're just focused on getting you down as fast as possible. With all these builds out there, with just Zerky builds, bursty builds, they're going to be hitting. They're going to be one-shotting you. This is the answer to every single build out there. This is the hard counter to everything. If you do a lot of burning, if you do a lot of confusion damage, if you're just a one-hit kill shot mez, you pop this off, you're back to full health, and there's nothing they can do about it. You can't. This ain't like a block. You can't just go bypassing a Defiant Stance and all damage. I can't. It's all damage. For the first time in my life, I can wholeheartedly say this skill is better than the healing signets. So let's move on. Shake it off. Remove 6 condies every time I pop it off, and if I'm stunned, it breaks my stuns. And hey, I even get two counts or whatever, 2 charges for it. So with a 50-second cooldown, I can work with that. It's not a big deal. Feather for Grace. Most of the time when I'm out of my skills and I just need to get out of a fight for whatever reason, either I need to catch up to somebody or run away, Feather for Grace gives me super speed, 100% increase in my movement speed. If they're running away from me and I have nothing to chase them with, but they have no cooldowns either, I pop off my Feather for Grace and I just run like Speedy Gonzalez, catch them and just slice and dice. And then hey, it gives me resistance. So as soon as I break my stun off a Condi or a Fear, all those Condis don't affect me and I just get out of there. Endure Pain. I'm still keeping this simply because I actually have now no other skill to replace it with. I can go with Doliac Signet, which gives me the same. I'm basically looking for a stun break, right? You can go with Balanced Stance, but the stability. The funny thing is, I want to actually get stunned because of that. My healing pops off. My 1k toughness pops off due to one of my traits. You can replace it with Balanced Stance. And Doliac Signet's also meh. Break stuns. I'm basically just looking for a break stun. So you can go with whatever has it, but I'm going with Endure Pain just to. I'm still an experimental, I guess you could call it, experimenting with Endure Pain because I hate Endure Pain. It's boring. And then last but not least, Rampage. A lot of damage comes from this, so go ahead and use this. You can throw your rock, do a stun. You can jump on him, do a stun. You can dash, kick, do a stun, and then just keep punching away. And trust me, you're going to be doing 5k crits, 6k crits, and dashes, I've been seeing 12k crits. So trust me, the moment you go into Rampage, you're going to be blood hungry. You're going to be, you are going to be in that bloodlust mode. Alright, so for my equipment, nothing much changed. Still using the Greatsword Dagger Shield combo. Got a nice little Silence of 1,000 Years. That was 30 minutes well spent. Sigil of Agility. Every time I switch off to my Greatsword, I want to have that 2 seconds of quickness because that 100 Blades and that Whirlwind does a lot of damage real quick. Sigil of Annulment. I want to be getting rid of boons as quickly as possible, and my Greatsword unfortunately doesn't have any skills that will naturally remove boons, so I go ahead and use Sigil of Annulment. Sigil of Cleansing, just a little bit more Condi cleanse. I do like that. Sigil of Revocation. Like I said, I like boon removal, and hey, on every time I just hit somebody, I remove a boon, so I can't really complain. I'm a full Zerker because I want to be getting hit for as much as possible. You know why? Defiant Stance. So, Ruinous Strength and Berserker Amulet is the way to go. Alright, so for my trait line, Defense, Discipline, and of course the Spellbreaker. Defense line, I'm using the Shield, so Shield Master is the way to go. I'm still kind of going on the defensive side simply because 25 stacks of mites does a lot of damage, and I'm basically just trying to sustain myself just so I can use my Defiant Stance again, because the moment I have this off cooldown, I'm basically at full health as long as I can get hit. And then Rousing Resilience, every time I'm stunned, I break it, I gain 2.5k health back, which is a decent amount of damage, which is maybe like To be honest, it's like 2 hits. But I gain 1000 toughness, which if you're using armored attack gives you an extra 100 power. But 1000 toughness in general is still a lot. It's going to keep you alive if you're getting pressured pretty hard by damage. Discipline, I want to be running fast, so warrior sprint is the way to go. And if I'm immobilized, all my movement skills get rid of that. So hey, I'm not immobilized anymore. Brawler's recovery, Condi removal is very important. And every 4 seconds, basically every time I switch weapon, I remove a Condi. So it's a good way of keeping track of them all, or getting rid of them all. Burst Mastery, I want to be having my adrenaline up as fast as possible, so I'm mainly using this for the adrenaline restored, but hey, I can't complain about the extra damage increase, and every time I actually just pop it off, I gain swiftness, and that includes not actually being able to hit somebody. So for instance, a good combo would be able to use my Breaching Strike as soon as it just has 1 bar, 2 bars full. It actually doesn't really matter. I'm on SpellBreaker. As soon as I pop that off, I don't have to hit somebody, and I'll already gain swiftness. It's a good tactic to just having mobility around. And last but not least, I love the SpellBreaker, even though it's kind of broken. SpellBreaker, I want to be doing a little bit more critical hit damage, so I'm going with Pure Strike. I'm not using Guard Counter as what some people are using, simply because I want to get hits, and I don't want my incoming damage to be lessened, because if I'm popping off my Defiant Stance, I want to get healed. So more damage is the way to go. Then a Loss Aversion, I want to be getting rid of I keep always saying Cons. Boons. I want to be getting rid of boons, especially if I'm fighting a Guardian, or if I'm fighting a team fight with the enemy having a Guardian. I want to be getting rid of boons, and I want to be doing a little bit of extra damage. And hey, it even gives me adrenaline. And on top of it all, it's unblockable, so why not? So Mega Bane Tether. Well, the reason why I do so much damage, it gives me 25 stacks of might basically every time it's off cooldown. And that 25 stacks of might makes an enormous difference. I go from 6k damage to about 12k. So almost doubling. So Mega Bane Tether, very important. On top of it all, I reveal my opponents. If I'm fighting a Mesmer, a Thief, doesn't matter. If I'm fighting a guard that's trying to get away, anybody that's actually just generally trying to get away, I will pull them back. They're going to get stunned for about, I don't know, maybe 1 second. I'm not entirely sure myself. And then I can just go to town. Mega Bane Tether, I love you. So that is my build for Season 13 starting tomorrow. And as always, the montage.
Check your body, check your body. You can sleep neither. Let's not sleep together. You can sleep neither. Let's not sleep together. Check your body. Check your body. Check your body.